We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Oh, welcome on to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SidescrollersPodcast.com. I am no longer tiny, Blabs. I am Big Craig today, episode 500 of Side Scrollers. Here we go. You would think I'd be able to fix that, but no, I do not. But here we are. We're big. We're strong. We're ready to go. And we got a great show for you guys here. Like I said, episode 500, launching the show 2 years and 3 days ago. Coming up in a couple of weeks, we got our big 3-year shindig. Looking forward to that. Blabs, how we doing over on locals?
I'm trying to fix it, but I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, it's right, but I don't know. They just can't see us.
It says we're having trouble streaming to your destination. Is it
I
possible?
know. I've cleared the destination twice and, like, redid it. I don't know why.
Oh, now it's not just me, huh?
Well, you didn't even do it. At least I'm trying here.
True, yes. I everything else was said except for locals today. Sorry about that. You guys are the best. Appreciate you. It's good to see you. Joining us today for episode 500, two masculine men and Dan Vask. Hello, Dan. Great to see you.
Hey, I thought I was part of it. Hey, but fantastic to be here, man. 500 episodes. This is insane.
Yeah, it's been a fun run.
Feels like it was just the other day that you started this.
2 years ago, to be true, and we're glad you're with us. You were an early adopter of Side Scrollers.
One of the OGs.
That's right, man. It's good. It's been a while since you've been on, but I'm glad you're here.
That's true. A few months, I think.
Actually, closer to a year, Dan.
No.
I looked. Yeah.
No, that's not true. No. I was in last year at the end of the year, wasn't I?
So last time you were on was actually our 1 year anniversary.
Are you serious?
That's not true.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
I'm a search 2024. Dan Vask. Okay, the last time he was on.
I'm sure I was on
Friday,
sometime.
May 24th.
Okay, so we're going up
2024.
almost a year. Almost
May.
A year. Yes. Yeah. 10
and
months.
then after that was November 18th, 2024.
Oh,
so fuck that.
Wait. Dan was on in November?
I'm literally looking at
I
the
was
schedule
sure of it.
from 2024.
Was I on that day?
Yes,
was
we had
sure
Yellow
of it.
Flash. It was a Monday.
Yeah. You
See,
have
this is why
Alzheimer's.
You have me around for the scheduling. Damn it!
It was extremely
go.
memorable, Dan. Thank you for your
Yeah, glad to be here, man. Just a stupid Brazilian ready to make all the stupid questions. I love it.
Well,
Thank
hey,
you.
glad you're here. Also joining us today, when I talk about testosterone, I think of this guy right here. When I said two manly men and also Dan Vass,
It's all him.
Camelot was like, "What?" I saw in the background. He's like, "What are you doing? How you doing, Mr. Race Car Driver?"
Doing good, man. Congratulations on your 500th episode. That's 100 episodes per lap. I completed at Daytona before I wrecked.
Let's go.
It's pretty damn good.
Nice. Oh man. Well, we're glad you're here. Glad you're safe. I did, before we get into anything today, even do the intro, I did want to talk about your insanity that happened because I've never known a race car driver who ran into a wall at 190 miles an hour and survived. So why don't you give everybody a quick rundown of exactly what happened to you while racing at Daytona?
So basically, we started up front. And we were battling. I was right behind Jake Finch here, which he's a beast. He won at Talladega last year. And there's this thing called Aero Loose at Daytona. And Daytona's track's kind of worn out. We run 8-inch tires. And you can see this 48 car on the inside, this orange car. It goes up a little bit. The 73 behind me comes up. It comes close to my left rear because he's trying to see in front of me. And it's just one of those things where the air, because you're going 190 miles an hour in this pack, the air hits my left rear and gets me really, really loose. And I don't even touch the wheel. And it's like when the momentum of the car shifts, like the weight shifts, it just goes straight towards the wall and hits it head on. It was the fastest thing I've ever experienced. It was just immediate, just hit the wall. And 8 cars had the exact same problem that we had that day. 8 cars, and in the truck series. And it's just a really common problem with this racetrack right now. It doesn't happen at Talladega, and it's the first time I've ever experienced it. So it was pretty bad. My solace is that we did not wreck Cletus McFarland. So it all worked out because
wait, you didn't wreck Cletus?
I did not wreck Cletus McFarland.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Cletus. Who's Cletus?
Oh, he's a very large YouTuber. He has a lot of really good content.
Oh, really?
He brought a lot of people to their eyeballs to the sport. So it was really, really cool to see.
Man, it's like the YouTuber like race car driver it has a massive crossover. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
It's all working out. Yeah, we had a lot. I did a show about it last night, and we had a lot of people in the stream. And to be honest, when I hit the wall and I came down and I started sliding through the infield, I was immediately like, "Oh God, everybody on Twitter is going to tear me apart. I can't believe this is happening."
That's what you thought about? Was everyone on Twitter?
I almost died, and it's like, oh no, Twitter.
Exactly. I was like, well, I'm alive, so now I have to suffer the Twitter. And but I got out of the car and I kind of, I went to my truck and I sat there for an hour, and I just really didn't do it. I just wanted to go home. I didn't want to think about it. And to my surprise, all these NASCAR drivers, all these team owners, all these people, basically came up to me and was like, look, dude, this kind of stuff happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. That's what they said in the commentary booth. And all these people were super supportive. And I did my stream last night, and there was only like 5 trolls. And it was just there's been a lot more support than negativity, and it's been really cool to see. So, I was pretty happy about that, and also happy to be alive.
Glad you're okay, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was instantaneous. So
the biggest and most important thing is that you're safe, for
Thank
sure.
You. Yeah, I agree. Appreciate that.
Well, we're glad you're here, buddy. It's going to be a great show for everybody. Once again, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. Join the 116,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game and entertainment space. We're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff today, including Playboy returning to its roots today, gentlemen. This is a monumentous day. I don't know if you guys saw this news.
No.
We'll be getting into that. We're going to talk about the Snow White trailer, which has been bodied by the internet, which has been great. And did you guys see the ridiculous plane crash yesterday in Toronto? Did you guys see this?
Yeah,
No,
it like lands and flips on its head and then just keeps going. And apparently, right, everybody survived from what I read, right?
Yeah. So we're going to get into that. Dan has not seen it. I can't wait to see your natural reactions to this. So and we got all sorts of good stuff to talk about throughout the show. But first and foremost, we always like to start the day with today in video game history. So Blabs, deliver us some good stuff.
Okay, hi. All right, listen, everyone. Wild Gunman was released in Japan in 1984. We have Wayne's World. The game was released in 1993. And Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 was released in 2009. So we literally go from Wayne's World to Warhammer, and I thought that was brilliant. The end.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a step
Wayne's
back.
World.
Wayne's World is the best.
Excellent.
Of all. Yeah. Party time. Excellent. Dan knows. How much of Brazilian society is modeled after Wayne's World, Dan?
It's not as big here as it is in the United States, but yeah, I'm aware of it. And is that NES game the one with the light gun?
So yes, Wild Gunman. If you watched Back to the Future 2, this is the game that Marty McFly plays in Cafe 80s, and he shoots all the bad guys, and then little Tobey Maguire in it goes, that's a baby. You have to use your gun or your hands.
I didn't think it was Tobey Maguire. That's what's his face name? Elijah Wood.
Oh, whoever. Yeah, it's one of
Frodo. The fuck, man, you can't confuse Frodo and Spider-Man.
My
They
bad.
look similar.
Those kid actors are all the same.
Yeah, they're just tiny little kids. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
they look the same.
Some first off, guys, any memories of Wild Gunman's or Wayne's World on the Genesis of all games? You guys remember any of those?
Genesis. I don't remember that on the Genesis.
I remember Wild Gunman's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the light gun was pretty cool back in the day on the Nintendo.
I need to buy some light gun games for my NES. I got the Zapper, but I only have Duck Hunt. Any recommendations?
Hogan's Alley is a good one. Hogan's Alley was it was kind of the other preeminent light gun game on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Rogan's Alley.
Hogan's Alley.
Hogan's Alley.
Yes. The idea of it is that you're like a cop going through simulated scenarios, and then there's like good guys and bad guys. You got to shoot the bad guys, right?
Cool.
But the kicker of the game, the best version of the game, because there's multiple modes. There's a version that you shoot a can, and you just have to keep the can on top. You just got to keep shooting the can.
Right,
Go
right.
boop, 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 boop. It's super fun. Like I was
Nice.
I was
I'm
pretty
gonna
good at
look
that.
for that.
You
Awesome.
should. Other noticeable games that you missed out on today, released on February 18th in the year of our Lord 1994. Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. Do you guys remember Joe and Mac?
I
Caveman
remember
Ninjas?
Joe and Mac, those cavemen. Yeah.
Yeah. What, Cody, you
I
remember that
remember
one at
the
all?
first one. I remember the first one for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
And I believe it was on the NES as well.
there was a there was a game like Joe and Mac that I used to play, but it wasn't Joe and Mac, and it was on like I think Super Nintendo, and you were just one caveman. God, what was that called? And it was called like Grunk Rock or Crunk Rock.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, I think it was. What was that game called? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Loved it.
Yes,
Loved it.
yes. Cavemen in the 90s were a big deal.
What's up with the Super Nintendo and cavemen? There's like the Flintstones game. There's the Virtual Bart. That there's a part you play as a dinosaur killing cavemen. It's all
Well, if you
about
think about it-
cavemen in the 90s.
Yeah, Encino Man, the movie. I mean, that was a big.
great.
Yeah, that was Brendan Fraser's debut film, or at least launched into the stratosphere, which is great. 15 years ago, on the PlayStation 3, Heavy Rain was released. That was a pretty big game back in 2010, if anybody cared. Oh my God. And probably the best game released today, February 18th, in the year 2014, the Strider remake for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. If you guys have ever played Strider before, which most of you probably haven't, the remake is a spectacular Metroidvania style game, downloadable game. If you have your PlayStation 4, see if you can still go buy it. It's a PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, 11 years ago in 2014. So, yeah, great stuff. Yeah. All right, we got a big show for you guys. Ruddy's going to start us off with the €5 money. He says, "Happy 500. My favorite show memory was Blabs being the third man, leg dropping Craig and cutting promo, saying she's part of the normal world order."
When did that happen?
That's a reference. It's a wrestling reference.
Oh, carry
the
on.
mid-90s.
Sorry.
Thank you, Ruddy. Appreciate that. Commodore fan says, I used to work at a gas station in high school in the 90s, and our magazine distributor would leave me extra copies of Playboy, Hustler, and High Times. Let's go. Bro came in with our first Montez Super of the day. We're going for 20 yellows today. Says, I cannot believe that Gary would stream over this momentous occasion. How gay. Also as gay as Dan and Man Buns.
Man buns are gay scumming. It's going to be awesome.
Well, we're not worried about Gary, as Gary obviously isn't worried about us, but we obviously hope Gary's doing fine. Burned Racer says, "Hey Cody, how's the ARCA conduct policy looking this year? Will they let you say retarded on stream?"
I don't know. I don't really know. They tend to be pretty cool and let you express yourself however you want within reason, right? So that's kind of how it works.
All right. Thanks, Burned Racer. Greatly appreciate your support. Bike Shorts came in, says 500 Montez. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Bentley came in with a 20, says, "Hey, Side Shoulders, got a quick joke for y'all. What do you get when a wannabe NASCAR driver and a Brazilian walk into a bar, a very gay bar? Speaking of gay bars, I got to go shower." Heart, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate that. Do you get that a lot? You get people like, "Yo, you wanna be," Cody?
Who?
You ever get that?
Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah. That's literally everyone. And the issue is it doesn't really matter how you perform. Like, for example, when I first started, you're running like 20th, a couple laps down. And they're like, you'll never get a top 10. We get a top 10. They're like, oh, you'll never finish on the lead lap. Finish on the lead lap. We start getting better, and they're like, oh, well, you're never going to win. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if you.
It's always like that, man. In
It's gonna
everything
be-
you do, yeah, you can
You
be
can
an
reach the pinnacle.
80-year-old lady. Yeah, you can be an 80-year-old lady doing knitting videos, and it's like you just a wannabe knitting old lady.
You're going to be a not wannabe what, Dan?
Wannabe knitting old lady.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought, Blabs, what?
Knitting.
Yeah, what, Blabs? I know that you were going to say it. What did you think Dan was going to say?
Oh, I don't.
Another.
I already said my 7 words today.
Yeah, and
Oh my God.
so that being said, for example, if something crazy, and this is obviously a huge hypothetical. So if I like climbed to the top of the echelon in the Cup Series and won like a race or something big, they would be like, "Well, you're gay." It wouldn't matter.
Well,
Right.
it doesn't matter because you're gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which they're all extremely tolerant and welcoming until they want to insult you, and then they call you they call you gay. Right? B. Barrett says Dan may be gay, but he will never be gayer than Greg Miller. Yeah.
Who's Greg Miller?
Did you see the clip yesterday of the guy at the award show who?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, the guy.
He's pretty gay.
So, we got a clip of that going up later today, and the more like so Cody, just a quick background. Yesterday there was an award show. This guy who's a content creator, has been online for a long time. When you think of like access media, the like industry dude, like it's this guy, Greg Miller. I've known him for over a decade, and he got up on stream, or he got up on this stage, and he pretty much the punchline of the joke was "fuck Donald Trump" and "fuck Elon Musk," and everyone's like,
I saw that.
Right.
Those dudes always look. Every dude that acts like that looks identical. Why are they always the glasses, chubby, like hair guy? Like every time.
Yeah. And like I said, I've never had any negative interaction with him before. Like he's always been a really nice guy, but the way he speaks is so divisive. And like I said this yesterday, I don't ever want to hear about being divisive again. I've never told an entire audience to fuck off. I've never told an entire half the United States that they can go fuck themselves. I think that's really like that is exactly the issue that is wrong with society, and in particular video games as a whole. So yeah. So Dan, congratulations. You won't be as gay as Greg. So
Thank you so much.
Corrigan says, for the Montez, can we make gaming like Spyro again? I miss the innovative gameplay of 3D platformers. Oh, man, 3D platformers are pretty good.
Collectathons were awesome.
Ullman says the thumbnail you used today with Dan Vasque makes him look like the tranny that went viral for breastfeeding a baby.
A tranny went viral for breastfeeding a baby?
Oh God! The fact that even has to be said is crazy. Here it is. Here's the clip of Dan from today. There's our thumbnail. So we got that. Robonez says, "Happy 500th episode, Side Scrollers." Montez, thank you very much. We're currently sitting at 5 of our 20 today. Joe came in, says, "I'll never forget what Playboy did. After Hugh Hefner passed away, months later, they had their first trans model on the cover. Months later. Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit later for sure." All right. We do see the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants. We'll get to every single one. Let's get to our Montez goal today and show these boys, because they have not experienced Montez yet. So let's hit our Montez goal. They had no idea what I was talking about before the show, which is very exciting because I'm looking forward to seeing their response. But first today, before we get into hard news, I'm very excited that we actually have a sponsor for today, and that sponsor is Surfshark. Now look, we all know that the internet is a crazy, not so secure place, which is why we're extremely proud to have today's sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark is a premium VPN that protects your personal information online, defends all your devices against viruses and malicious software, and here's the kicker for me that I love. It guarantees the security of your emails, your credit cards, and other sensitive data. And while safety and security are super important, I use Surfshark for more fun reasons, like watching shows and movies that aren't available in the United States. Let's just say, hypothetically, that a show is only available on Hulu in the United States, but in the UK, it's only on Netflix. Well, I'm in the United States and I don't have Hulu, but I have Netflix. And all of a sudden, with one little change, top of the morning, governor, I'm from the UK and I'm watching Paddington 2. Don't judge me. And to top it all off, you got 24/7 customer support. Look, we greatly appreciate Surfshark for sponsoring today's episode. They support us, so please support them. So do yourself and us a huge favor and go to surfshark.com/sidescrollers, which you can find that link in the description and the pinned comments down below. Or if you don't want to do that, you can actually scan the QR code on your screen right now, and you get 4 extra months at unbeatable prices. Hey, thanks again, Surfshark. We appreciate it. All right, so make sure you guys, the link, the pinned comment, and down in the description are both the links you need to go to if you're in the market. Head over there and check it out. We greatly appreciate that. All right, gentlemen.
Real quick, let me
Yes.
tell you something about VPNs.
Yes,
because
Dan.
I'm not sponsored by any VPNs, but maybe I should, because in an authoritarian country like Brazil, VPNs are huge, man. Every time they ban something, they ban Twitter for a couple of months or something like that. VPNs are the stuff that saves the day. So also, besides all that fun stuff that Craig mentioned, VPNs are a huge tool for freedom.
Damn right. And we love ourselves some freedom on this channel, which is great. Well, thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. All right, gentlemen, it's time to get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Gentlemen, I want you to mark it on your calendars. Today, February 18th, 2025, we are back. As Playboy has announced, they are returning to their roots here after their woke rebrand featured Lizzo and Centerfold and Playmates and no nudity. They are coming back after a 5-year hiatus and their original form, which they have full Playmates and everything.
Funny timing, huh?
It's amazing how that works out. First and foremost,
what a
get into the
coincidence.
story. Cody, what are your thoughts on Playboy returning to its roots of naked whammon?
I don't know if you remember my intro to my show, Craig, but my intro to my show for easily over 1,500 shows now, I have said what happened to all the titties in movies and video games. It's just a bunch of dicks. And that was, I don't know if anybody noticed this, because I've been watching some shows lately, 2025, 2024 shows, and all of a sudden there's just titties everywhere. And I'm like, this is great. What happened? But if I think back to 2020 to 2020, like 2024, every show that I watched, there would be like girls and it would only show them from the collarbone, up if they had no clothes on, but you would just see flaccid dicks like 30 times an episode and dude ass. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, and it's suddenly starting to correct itself, almost as if people realize that a flaccid penis doesn't sell. Women don't even like flaccid penises. They're ugly.
Blabs, your thoughts on flaccid penises?
It's sad.
Thanks.
It's a disappointment.
Yeah. Flaccid penis is a sad.
Nobody wants it. Nobody.
Dan, you got any thoughts on flaccid dicks?
A lot. I don't like them.
A lot.
I don't want them near me unless it's mine. And make them illegal.
Hey, we're gonna put it in. If only Donald Trump can put that executive order into play, make flaccid dicks illegal.
Make natural body parts illegal again.
All right, let's go to this story here. Playboy is going back to basics following a woke rebrand that almost tanked the iconic brand for good. Not only has Playboy brought back its print magazine after a 5-year hiatus, it's also reversed its prior ban on nudity after nixing its signature TNA spreads during the Me Too movement. Beauty influencer Lori Harvey serves as the magazine's comeback cover girl, while glamorous guest model Jillian Nation appears in a fully nude centerfold to celebrate being crowned the 2025 Playmate of the Year. Playboy returns to racy content and traditional beauty standards as a far cry from where the publication was just a few years ago. And I think we all remember this here. This was nuts. In 2017, just 1 year after the death of Playboy's founder and editor-in-chief Hugh Hefner, the magazine featured its first transgender playmate with French model Ines Roux gracing the pages. Discussions of the bold decision to include a transgender woman on Playboy after 64 years of biological females Hefner's son, Cooper, then 26-year-old, said at the time, "It's the right thing to do. We're at a moment where gender roles are evolving." Cooper eventually left the company in 2019, and an editorial team of 2 women and a gay man, all under the age of 32, took to the magazine with a mission to make Playboy more progressive. Today, we strive to be more inclusive, stretching and redefining tried and frankly sexist definitions of beauty, arousal, and eroticism, the team announced. And
So the first trans playmate was called Enos.
That's not anus. That's not anus. Inus. That's right.
No, Enos. Like, rhymes with penis.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, by the way, there's Lizzo there doing her work. By the way, congratulations to her. Nudie was officially canceled, and celebrity pictorials included stars like Lizzo and non-binary pop star Halsey. Or what is that, Blabs? You surely know that. Halsey. Yeah, sounds
But she's
great.
non-binary?
I don't
Jesus
know.
Christ. Whatever.
Playboy bunnies were retitled to brand ambassadors, while Playmates were referred to simply as the September Playmate instead of Miss September to make things less gendered.
Jesus.
This is probably why I haven't heard anything from Playboy in years.
Yeah.
Yes.
They fell off the map, and you know what's really frustrating about this whole situation is not the fact that they choose to do all these things that people might find controversial. It's the fact that they do them and they definitely do not believe in them at all. They're just doing it to try to get some kind of grant from somewhere. It has nothing to do with actually caring about these people that may be dealing with these actual struggles, maybe actually dealing with gender dysphoria. It has nothing to do with those people or caring about them. It's all about using them and abusing them to try to find some kind of grant money somewhere from some kind of government. And it's kind of gross because even like people that are making statements like the son of Hugh Hefner, he's like, it's just the right thing to do. Things are evolving. You know, he doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that even in the slightest. He looks at those people from his ivory tower when they walk by and he goes, ew. That's what he does. It's the same thing as we need to help the homeless, Craig. And then a homeless person walks by and then they're like, ew, gross. Get away.
Ew. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with caring about these people. It's all about moral posturing, grandstanding, and trying to qualify for a grant somewhere. And that's all it's about.
Do they still focus on physical magazines?
Well, they did bring back the physical magazine.
It's going to be like an annual, though, isn't it? Isn't that what the article said?
I haven't got there yet, but maybe we'll get there. Yeah. Continuing the article says the magazine also featured male models, with influencer Brett Rock becoming Playboy's first ever gay male cover star, while actor Ezra Miller.
Oh my God, I missed this part. Ezra Miller, that's who you have on it? The
who
man
identifies
who's like a list of felonies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's ruined Warner Brothers? That's fine.
Yes, Ezra Miller, who identifies as both transgender and
Literally
non-binary,
impossible.
posed for a queer pictorial before suffering from mental health issues and multiple arrests.
This is the man that ruined DC. Well, not entirely just him, but you know, he helped. And he also helped ruin Fantastic Beasts. So shout out Warner Brothers.
Yes. So, by the way, here is the picture of your Halsey lady, which is clearly a lady, but she just with a shaved head. And here is your picture of your gay influencer on the cover of Playboy.
Fuck's sake, man.
And you wonder why they went belly up. Yeah. Oh my God. And
Can I just give my fun fact now?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Cooper Hefner, who is the child of Hugh Hefner, as the article says, the reason he also like sold out the company in 2019, besides the fact that he just sold out his entire dad and like for DEI points and all that, he got married in 2019. So he doesn't actually believe all this shit because he married a biological woman, right? Who happened to be a part of Harry Potter. That's my fun fact.
Imagine, Blabs. Well, you probably can't, but imagine, Craig,
Yes,
you're a budding young 12-year-old boy, and it's 1994.
Oh, I've been
like,
there. Yes.
Yeah. And you're like, you know what? I want to spank bank it. I want to go hard. I want to, I want to make some stomach pancakes, and you don't really know what to do. So you go to your nearest 7-Eleven and you grab a Playboy and you just run out with it and hope that the guy don't see you. You get home and you crack open your Playboy and you got your lotion and everything ready, and then it's just that dude on the front with his little nippies out, and you're like, I cannot fap to this.
You tell me this wouldn't do it for you?
No. No.
So-
Refund it.
They're trying to gaslight men, if you think about it,
Oh,
right? Because
yeah.
they're like, you have to
Yeah.
like this now. It's like, well, no, I'm straight. No, you're not. You have to like this. It's like, no, don't know.
No, absolutely. And I asked before if they were still focusing on physical magazines, because a brand that constructed themselves around physical magazines, it would totally make sense that they would be struggling nowadays. So it would totally make sense for them to go after that DEI money.
Well,
Because
they did.
paper's expensive too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
printing in
So-
general. Yeah. I mean, we know that magazines are not exactly, they're not on the forefront of technology these days. Not many people are going out and buying magazines. But I'll tell you this quick story about Playboy. When I was actually, you mentioned 12, 13 years old, I had a buddy named Andy, and he lived down the street. And his dad had been a Playboy subscriber since the 70s. So he had above his toilet, ironically, above his toilet, an entire cabinet that had Playboys in it, right? And whenever we needed to go to the restroom, we made sure to go to that restroom to find the Playboy.
Wow.
That was like my first experience of like,
I
oh,
feel bad for the wife. It's just a stack of Playboys right in her face. It's like, ouch.
hey, legitimately, I'm not kidding. This is the first time I heard I get it for the articles. That was the first time I ever heard that. That was his thing too. I read the articles in Playboy. The journalism is great. It's really good. It's like,
Well,
okay.
like speaking of journalism, I asked the chat, have they ever read a Playboy magazine? And 64% of the audience has said yes, with just under 1,000 votes.
I think you got to have some post nut clarity. And so
Yeah.
you're sitting there, you're ashamed, and then you see an article and you start reading it. No, when I was 16 years, it was my 16-year-old birthday, and my mom worked at this like newspaper, this big newspaper company.
Uh-huh.
And I remember her, she was working one day and she asked me to come up there. And Holly Doro, which was on the cover of one of the Playboys at the time, she was there because her biological brother, her real brother, worked at the paper with my mom. So she was doing some appearance thing, and she gave me a Playboy and signed it for my 16th birthday on the big long spread of her ass cheeks out. And I still got it, Craig.
Wow. That's Holly Doro.
Yeah, and you can't even see the spread anymore because it's stuck together, but it still has the autograph on it.
Wow.
Ew, Cody.
Whoa!
Well, how smart he is.
Geez Louise, I just Googled that, and I cannot be sharing my screen for what I just saw. There was some big ass cheeks going on there.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to share it.
Wait, what's the name?
Holly Doro, Doro. You'll find it.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Yes, and spell it slowly, please. Look at Dan over here Googling it, googly moogling it. We'll continue this story. It says, to promote the woke rebrand, Playboy held an event in West Hollywood featuring discussions on topics like feminism and conversion therapy. This is who thought this was a good idea? As many predicted, Playboy's new direction was a dud, and the print magazine ceased publications within a year. Now, within 1 year, it took 1 year for them to take down the entire Playboy empire. It's amazing. Now Playboy is in the midst of making a major comeback with a focus on returning to its raunchy roots. Instead of transgender playmates, the magazine's first print issue in 5 years features American model Jillian Nation in a fully nude spread. So there we go. That's from our thumbnail today. So there you go. Look at wow. I'm just gonna scroll by that because I don't even know. Can we show that on YouTube?
Oh,
Okay.
we are now.
All right. So yes, congratulations, gentlemen. World. I think this is a much bigger issue. Like while Playboy coming back is great, and people are like, oh, they're gooners, right? It represents a return to normalcy. It represents an end of all this nonsense. When Playboy looks at the market data and says, okay, you know what? There is a market for this, especially in a world of OnlyFans and porn for free. Like there is a market for Playboy and this. So I think it's actually pretty cool. And everybody should be applauding this, especially those who are all feminist body positivity people. They should be very excited about this. Blabs, what are your thoughts on Playboy coming back?
I mean, I kind of think it's the destruction's too much. I actually think it's not really gonna be a comeback. I think I think they've kind of ruined themselves a lot. And I think that because of the internet, the whole Playboy thing, nobody really cares about it anymore. You can just go see boobs whenever you want.
Well,
I agree with Blabs, but I think just the fact that they're trying to is already a good thing.
Yeah, but also
it
too little
signals.
too late. It's
Yes,
because
absolutely.
they shot themselves in the foot so badly that they're like, we need to fix this stat. Meanwhile,
Well-
Cooper has all of his daddy's money and he's like, bye everybody, I just ruined an entire establishment. See ya.
Well,
Yeah.
it's easy way to fix this is you announce that you're coming back. There's a return to normalcy. We're bringing in the T and the A, and then you get like 10 hyper sought after celebrities, and you reach into your bank or get some loans, and you pay these people out the ass, and you get them to come do spreads, and that'll bring that shit back immediately.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, number one.
Hire Cody
number
for
one.
marketing.
What's the Chicken Wednesday?
The chicken win. Oh yeah, Ortez.
Jenna Ortega?
Yeah,
General Ortega.
Yes,
Number 2.
yes.
Number 2, and just get actresses like that all down the list. Come do your spread, baby. What's up? And
But some
they'll
of
be
them
back on
wouldn't
the
do
back.
it.
Everyone has a price.
That is
Yeah.
also true.
Dude, you pay me $8. I'll give a damn.
Cody's about to go wear a bunny outfit.
Spread them butt cheeks. It'd be great. There you go, Cody.
But yeah, all that culture shift, even if it won't result in something like specifically for that thing that's trying to shift, for example, Playboy, even if they don't, I don't know, I think there's a chance that they come back, but even if they don't, that signals like a shift in culture in general,
Yeah.
which is very cool to see.
Yeah. A question for the chat: which celebrity or whoever would you want to see in Playboy? Would you actually pay to see in Playboy? You'd subscribe to the magazine to see, or just pick up a magazine? Just curious. Fetch Quest Gaming came in and says, Montez with the Montez Slam. 1, 2, 3. Montez is the new world champion. Thank you very much. Currently sitting at 13 Montez donations. One more for the Montez gold from the mystery. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Bro says, for the fight milk, Dan, show your bone.
My bone? Okay, I'll get it.
No. Hold off. When we get to Montez, you can show your bone.
Okay.
Raken Knight says, hey, my boy Camelot is on. Also, happy 500th episode. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Raken Knight. Hippo came in and says, after my knitters, and welcome, Dan and Camelot. Hope you're all right, Camelot, and can get back on the track. Y'all hear Cynthia Gollum Arrivo is going to be Jesus in an all-female
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, Craig, I
Really?
put down the document for you before if you want to check that out, because Jesus is a black bold bitch now.
Oh,
An
that's
all-female Jesus Christ superstar? That's crazy.
You know what's weird about that Cynthia lady is that I've never watched her in any acting or anything, but I watched the interviews with her and that other chick that was in Wicked, and there's something like really off and kind of spooky about that girl, like the way,
'Cause she
like
got
her
no eyebrows.
mannerisms and the way she acts. You're like something spooky.
Yeah, I
Like
hear
she
that.
could be some kind of demon. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's the way she just acts so maybe she's like tripping balls on like a bunch of Adderall or something, but there's something about her, something in her eyes, man. Like
She looks like a
eyes are like dilated and like
right. She looks like a dying tree. That's what she looks like. Hey, New York Giants fan says, wise men say, I'm afraid of the calendar. Its days are numbered. Hey, let's go. Thank you so much, New York Giants fan, for the joke of the day. Ryan came in and says, last weekend at the U.S. versus Canada hockey game, Canada booed the U.S. anthem. The U.S. proceeded to beat the crap out of the Canadians in a fist fight and then win the game. Look at the clips
Let's
online. It was
go.
glorious.
Yeah, it was 3-1 win. Suck it.
And by the way, rematch this Thursday night. Looking forward to that. U.S. versus Canada Thursday night for the championship. Swiss cheesed David says, when Clown World rubs me up in the wrong way, I make myself a nice hot cup of tea.
Consenting, I hope.
Yes. Yeah. Good luck with your tea there, David. Appreciate
Hope it
that.
comes out okay.
Gross. All right. Let's keep moving. That is disgusting, Blabs. By the way, tea is code word for sex.
Ah.
Just so you know. Blabs is
Thank
hoping
you.
the sex comes out okay. So.
That's not what I was saying. Anyway, continue.
Now I get it.
Go ahead,
Speaking
just
of,
play the video.
yeah, let's go to this next video. Simple question. Would you? When you order JLO off Temu.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Oh, absolutely, man. Why not?
Yeah.
You guys down with baby JLO?
I don't know. Like, it makes me feel weird when you call her that, but yeah, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with like little people.
No.
Have you done a little person, Cody?
No, but that is on the bucket list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude. I've seen some little women out there that are stunning.
I agree that there have been some little women. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm obviously married, and hold on.
Her pants aren't even zipped.
Yeah, she got pants going on
She's
in
eating
here.
a cheeseburger, man. You ever eat like a big fat cheeseburger and you undo the top button? That's what I do.
Does she have nip rings? Like,
Oh yeah,
look,
of course.
you see, like I think she's exposing the nip rings right there. That's crazy.
You got to have the nip rings.
You do.
How do you do that? You gotta.
I don't know what it is. This is kind of off topic, but every girl that I hooked up with, like in the last like 7 years, with the exception of like 1 or 2, all had nipple rings.
Really?
That says something about you, I think.
Really?
No, it doesn't. It was.
Yes.
I met the most modest, cool chicks ever, and then they popped the top off and they had nipple rings. I'm like, how does this always happen?
The most modest,
That's
modest and nipple rings don't go together.
Oh,
bro.
I'm with Blabs on that.
No, that doesn't. Like, what? How are you gonna know that they're not modest if they had a nipple ring on?
I'm
If
just
they're-
saying.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm
I only had a girl with nip rings once, and yeah, she was Christian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Now that look in about an hour, Dan's gonna have 10 message requests from nipple ring ladies. Hey, what's up, Dan? I heard you needed to spice up your life.
Can't wait for your DMs to blow up there, Dan.
Yeah, for a change, some people younger than 50.
Oh, whoa, hold on now. Don't be ageist.
Hey, I wasn't complaining.
I've
I'm
seen
just
some
saying it's
smoke
nice to
shows,
have
bro.
variety.
I've seen some smoke shows at 50 where I'm like, bro, what's up?
Especially, I bet in NASCAR,
Absolutely.
it's off the chain, man.
Break them nipple rings out. Let's go.
Wow. Did not expect to go there with a discount Temu JLO right there, but that's where we went, and that's how we got. Congratulations. And congratulations to you, Cam, on your streak of 7 years of nipple rings.
Yeah, man.
I think that's the thing that says
impressive.
about you, man.
I'm
just
looking
saying.
to increase the streak.
Yeah, you must have a magnet on your penis or something.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh my gosh. You know, the thing about that is the idea that if you're truly modest, are you really taking your shirt off at a tattoo parlor or whatever to get your
Yeah, and it's
nipple
like
pierced?
you don't do that, not willing to show it up later.
That's what I'm saying.
Not if you get your Uncle Rick to do it. If you're
Wait,
right.
Mom did it.
I think that's actually even worse when your Uncle Rick, hey, Uncle Rick, will you pierce my nipple?
What are you talking about? I never
He did the
that.
rest of the family. He's good at it.
Hey, who's the expert piercer of the family? Oh, that's Uncle Rick. That's
Aren't you afraid that that's gonna attract lightning or something?
Oh my god, get electrocuted by your tits.
Yeah.
The power is like you're trying to be like Zeus over there.
Oh my god, that's great. Well, that's awesome. That's great. Congratulations to everybody, and good luck to you once again, Dan, on your quest for
On your endeavors.
best wishes to you, friend.
Quest
All right.
For the nip rings.
Oh my god. All right, let's
The
move
one
on.
nip ring.
Yeah.
Wait, she only had one?
No, it was two. It was a reference to Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say she only had one. How do you decide which boob to
No,
pierce?
they always have two for some reason. It's never only one. Like an earring, you sometimes have only one. Nip rings is always two. Why?
Well, that's usually how it works. There's 2 tits, 2 piercings.
Yeah.
Didn't expect the show to go this way
No,
today.
neither did I, but here we
Didn't-
are.
Didn't expect
I'm
it.
going on an adventure.
We're always on an adventure. I'll tell you what, this is great. Always a pleasure when the boys show up.
Hey,
All right,
happy
let's see
to
if
serve.
I love it. Let's talk about this. See if you guys will show up for the upcoming Disney's Snow White, the I guess, final trailer was released for it just a little bit ago, 4 days ago, and it has 1.8 million views over on YouTube right now. It is blowing up. Have you guys?
How are the likes and dislikes ratio?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, you already know.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the trailer first and foremost?
No, I've seen like the first 50. That man, it's been like how many
first
years
50.
has it been? 5?
Yeah,
It's been a while, hasn't it?
yeah. It seems like it's been in development for ages.
The one saving thing I will say about Rachel Zegler is she can sing. She absolutely can sing. I just hate the rest of her.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that has been
Is it her
established.
singing for real?
Sorry?
Is it her singing?
Yeah,
for
it's her
real?
singing. I even saw like the other day actually, like some Netflix thing where she's playing some like princess or whatever on Netflix, like she's doing a voice over, and she can definitely sing, and she kind of sounds like a Disney princess. She's got that vibe, if you will, but the rest of her is just so obnoxious that I'm just like,
It's probably not Broadway style though. That they're singing right then and there.
Yeah.
It just looks like CG threw up everywhere. That's all I
it's
saw in
poor.
that.
Well, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
they had
everything.
reshoots.
The colors are weird. It looks like everything's made of rubber.
Yeah.
Well,
hear
they had
that.
reshoots too, so like they had to like recuperate everything. They like fired those weird ass nomads that were the dwarfs, and then they brought in CGI dwarfs, and then the
looks
costumes
like an
are all
Xbox
shit.
3. Looks like an Xbox 360 game.
Don't insult the Xbox 360.
Remember Gears of War, like that period of graphics that everything is shiny,
Right. Had that
everything's
sheen to it.
wet.
Yep.
Yeah. So that it looks like that a little bit.
Well, Lorena has commenting on the thumbs up, thumbs down ratio, and she has a screenshot of it, and right now it's currently about the same, but you can see that it's at 5,600 likes and 116,000 dislikes.
Jesus.
Wow.
It is getting brutally dismantled, and the best thing about it is that the comments are even better. The top one being never in my life that I wanted a villain in the movie to win this much.
It's brutal. They're all rooting for the evil queen.
That mirror is a liar, the most beautiful queen of all time. Yeah. Disney, if you want to teach us the movie that make Gal Gadot win, yeah, for sure. I think that's the most amazing thing about this is people clearly have shown they have no appetite for this movie. I do not plan on taking my kids to see this. I know I can't imagine, Cody, you're going to be taking a date to go see this at all anytime soon.
And I got to be honest, I can't remember the last time I watched any of these things. Quite literally, I can't even think about the last time I watched any movies that pertain to any of these things. Yeah, I don't know. It's been 7 years, 8 years. The last time I watched anything that could even be mistaken for in this realm was Guardians 3, and it wasn't really even in that realm at all. So it's kind of hard to say. I stay away. If I see anything that could even be misconstrued as weird, I'm out. And it's not because I'm like against it or hate it or anything. I just don't have the time, and you're not burning me again, right? Like
Right.
I vote with my wallet, and I've been burned too many times, and I just don't have the time or the money to go out there and watch another goofy cash grab. And the unfortunate truth is, if this movie somehow makes $800 million, it's a success. Even after everything they've been through, which to be fair, after all the reshoots, all the reanimation, and all the marketing they've been doing for 5 years, $1 billion probably wouldn't even break even, to be honest. But still, I'm just over it. I don't even attempt to see this stuff.
Yeah, it's just a genuine lack of interest, right?
Yeah.
And it's worse than canceling. It's worse than being canceled. People genuinely not being interested is much worse than, hey, I'm against that and I'm not going to watch this because I'm angry at it. It's just like indifference.
Yep.
Well, I think there's actually, when you look at the likes, dislike, I've never seen a movie. I never thought I'd see a Disney movie that had a ratio like that. This spreads further than our corner of the internet, just not liking the direction of her being in it, or kind of the over wokey nature of it. Like, I think this is much more of a cultural statement, and I don't know. I mean, it's gonna do fine. I think. Well, when I say fine, I think it'll make $300 million, right? Which will not cover the cost of production, will not cover the cost of marketing. that just in my mind says I just hear $300 million. They're putting too much propaganda out there for this game thing not to sell some tickets. It's not like it's going to release and no one's going to go see it. People will go see it, but it just won't do nearly as well. And like I think the thing about this movie in its entirety is that this is like the first big Walt Disney feature, over 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. And the fans are just fed up with the direction of Disney right now. You saw, it's a larger conversation, but you see what they're doing with the movies. You see what they're doing with the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, where they're literally taking out some of the, best parts of the theme park and replacing it with a fucking Cars Land out there.
Splash Mountain.
Yeah, like what a joke. It's a mess. So once again, vote with your wallets, friends.
But was there ever a live action like this movie you did enjoy? Anybody?
Yeah.
Remake? Live action remake?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Live action remake.
It's important to make that distinction.
Yeah, so anything like, let's say for me, I liked the Disney Cinderella from 2015. I thought that was pretty good. It was unnecessary, unneeded, but it was actually well made.
Which was 10 years ago.
Maleficent, yeah. And I did enjoy Maleficent in 2014, but it wasn't really a remake because they centered around Maleficent and they kind of, they changed it up a little bit.
That was excellent. I love that.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. But like after that, it all went downhill.
I didn't watch a single live action remake.
Good.
Didn't watch.
Honestly, they're not really needed.
Yeah, I saw Beauty and the Beast. I thought it sucked.
Oh, that was awful. That's probably one of the worst ones.
Yeah. As far as live action Disney movies, there's the one that where the girl was a cartoon and then she gets brought into real
Enchanted?
life. Enchanted? That's a great movie.
But Enchanted's like its own thing. That's not a remake or, of a cartoon.
There's a ton of live action great stuff from Disney from back from the 90s, even across the 2000s, Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. Bro, George of the Jungle is a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking low, George.
Kicking low.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I watched Jungle Book and Christopher Walken's a giant monkey. And it was all right. I enjoyed it a little bit.
I like just that statement. Christopher Walken is a giant monkey.
He is.
Good. That's good. All right. Worthy One says the world is healing. Now all we need is the Super Bowl to let rock bands and country artists perform halftime shows again. I'm saying this as a rap fan. Thank you, Worthy One. Appreciate that. Mojo says stomach pancakes, huh? I prefer sock juice. Oh, disgusting. Potato Radio says funds for Cody for learning to learn airbending. Seriously, sorry it happened. Glad you're okay.
Thank you, sir.
Miku says demand apologies from all these companies for DEI. He also says we need to make sure that they don't correct back for DEI. Yes. Bike Short says I'm 500 extra hard for the hard news 500 special. Don't make it weird, Bike Shorts. Ruddy says Vince McMahon should buy Playboy. Not joking. Vince McMahon. That would be a very interesting
That would be a
look.
plot twist.
Yes, I did not expect that.
That'll be interesting.
Miku says, to quote Obama, don't get all wee-weed up. Okay. Bike Short says, even though I can watch some for free, I think I should throw some cash to Playboy's way for returning to normalcy. Maybe. But with your wallet. Rat says, hey, a bada bing. What's the haps, Don Blabia? Arrivederci, mia amica. How's it going, Cody? Stay safe and please don't crash any more cars. Dan, stop being gay. And Craig, what's your favorite color? I like blue and red, green. Hey, what's your favorite color? Turd says cultural destruction is always 2 steps forward, 1 step back towards what was previously societal destruction, as the new normalcy is sad, not a celebration. Cody says, as Canadian, I apologize for my countrymen's disgraceful conduct at the hockey game. We're not all that dumb, but many still are. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate for your Canadian monies. And Zem says, awesome to see you two beautiful men. Glad Dan is surviving 1984 and Cody isn't flat Stanley. Anyone want to come hang out with me? A place in Double Dash and Melee? Haven't had much company over getting pretty bored. Zim, I hear you. Zim is in the process of recovering from intense back surgery. So recovering right here. Thank you, Zim. Appreciate that. All right, we are currently sitting at, I think we're at 14, 13. Montez, we're at 13 Montez Supers right now. Let's get to that 20. I want to see see Dan and Cody's reaction to Montez. It'll be great. All right, let's go and move on, man. This story is just crazy, and we got to talk about this. Cody, I know you saw the plane landing.
You didn't play the intro.
Well, oh, do we want to do plane talk intro?
Maybe we shouldn't do the intro. Yeah,
Nope,
okay.
nope. Blabs asked for it. It's
No,
plane talk
I
intro.
didn't think this.
Plane talk.
All lived happily ever after. Okay.
Classy Blabs right there.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Wow.
everyone survived, so it's not
That one, yeah.
distasteful, I guess.
Ah, then it's cool. Yeah.
I wonder if everybody survived this one.
Plane talk.
You're really tasteful, Blabs.
I didn't think it through. You played it. I didn't. That one's on you, bud.
That one's on me. All right. So, look, yesterday, this is the damnedest thing I've ever seen in my life. This plane, and this, look, I'm flying on a plane on Friday, right? Now, I'm not going to Toronto, God willing, right?
Shit airport anyway.
This thing is crazy. Dan, you have not seen this yet.
No.
Okay. So this is a plane crash. Everybody is alive in this plane crash, but this is nuts. Check this out. Plane is landing, going in nice and smooth.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Lips over.
It looks like the landing gear just blew.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
Have you seen this?
Bro, it can happen so fast.
yeah, everything was fine until it wasn't. Like it was fine until right there. Like as you said, Cody, it looks like a landing gear blew, and then it just toppled, flips over 180 degrees, upside down. And what's even crazier is now there's footage of people on the plane. The people got out their phones, and this is them evacuating right here.
Drop it. Come on. Don't take your phone. Take that phone away.
On the plus side, they'd be closer to the ground because they're flipped over.
That's why you always wear your belt.
Yep.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh my fucking god.
I kind of think also had to do with the weather. That when they
Oh.
were landing, they were like having some serious issues because in the Northeast, there's like some serious winds, blizzards, and everything. So they probably had a rough landing because of that, and it just did not help.
The fact that nobody died from this is the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, it's a
And
miracle.
pilot.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can see the reaction here, just them coming in, and I guess they're dousing the flames. Have you guys? I mean, I can't recall ever seeing a plane crash that is this dramatic. This, like, literally, the plane is upside down, and nobody is dead.
Yeah, it's
This
wild.
is this is a goddamn miracle. Crazy.
Yeah.
Just-
Man, I hate flying. And I know about all the statistics and safest way of traveling and stuff, but man, it's the difference is when you crash your car, you can still like walk out of there. Look at Cody. You can still walk out of there as if nothing happened. But those things when happen to planes, this is an anomaly. Most of the times, if anything goes wrong, you're dead.
Yep.
yeah.
I hate flying.
Well, there's one last video I saw of people, like, look at the people getting off the plane, and you can see people literally hanging upside down. This is them on. So this is down here is the top of the plane, and they're standing on the top of the plane. You can see this person just literally hanging upside down.
Just waiting.
Yeah, just waiting or whatever the hell's happening right
Or
there.
he's
hanging out.
passed out.
Possibly
true.
blood
Yeah.
rushing to their head. I
Well,
mean,
because they did say there was 3 people critically injured, and one of them apparently is a child.
oh, that's just the saddest thing in the world, you know. And you wonder like what the age of that kid is. Is the
Well,
kid?
The rumor was like one required a pediatrician, one was a dude in his 60s, and then the other one, I don't think they ever said the age.
Well, pediatrician is just like a kid's doctor, right?
Yeah, I know. So it was either 18 and below, right?
Mm.
But still,
Yeah.
pretty young.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Dan, that's your first time seeing that.
Yeah.
Just your
That's
general
insane,
thoughts.
man. That's Die Hard 2 stuff.
Right. I think that's the
Right?
crazy thing about it is that this looks like something you'd see in a movie.
Yeah.
And then if you saw it in a movie, you'd be like, that's not that could never happen. That's just
Bullshit. Yeah.
right. Mm-mm.
That's insane, man. That's crazy.
Cody, how often do you fly, man?
Oh God, a lot. Last year I flew at least over 50 times.
Wow.
So
you're out
and
and about.
I fly next Thursday to Phoenix.
Have you guys does this cause you to pause whenever you see something like this?
No,
No, just it is what it is.
Flying is a necessity and that I can't avoid. So I just try to not let it bother me.
Yeah, if you can do nothing about it, if you have to do it, do it.
Yeah,
But I don't.
Dan says no interest.
I have no business being that.
That high in the sky?
Yeah, it's not normal. It's not natural.
Yes, Blabs.
I'm checking the BBC and they're saying that these are the injuries from the crash: head injuries, back sprains, anxiety, headaches, nausea, and vomiting due to jet fuel exposure. And they say that 21 people were taken to the hospital. Since then, 19 have been released. So it seems like everyone's on the mend.
Man, yeah, I can imagine having a little anxiety. You know,
Yeah,
like
I'd
scarring
say
your
so.
entire life has changed because of that. Like, I can't imagine anybody would ever want to fly including the pilots, after a situation like that. That is, oh my gosh, terrifying.
Do we know the company?
Oh, it's
that was-
Delta,
Yeah, that was Delta.
which I've flown many times. I'm like,
Is it a good company?
it's all right.
It's one of the top airlines in the United States.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
It doesn't make it that great, though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Rakin Knight came in, says, so according to my buddy who is a pilot, they aren't retiring planes when they should be because they aren't producing them as fast enough due to a shortage of qualified engineers. So I have a relative who was a pilot as well, and prior to actually starting side scrollers, I was kind of like kicking around ideas of like things to do, and he goes, you should be a pilot. And I was, probably 39, 40 at the time. And he goes, you should go to school and be a pilot. I was like, what? Like, I'm 40 years old. Like, why would I want to be a pilot? He goes, no, listen, in the next 2 or 3 years, there's going to be a bunch of pilots that are being forced to retire. And because they all came in at the same time, and it's a big percentage of the workforce. And he said there's going to be a huge hole in the market because they're going to be forced to retire because they've been there for 25, 30 years, whatever it may be. And they're going to need to be hiring qualified pilots. And it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, that would have been interesting, but I'm also probably too big to be a pilot. So there's that. But
Can you imagine me as a pilot? Hi, everybody, this is your captain. I'm so funny.
stewardess. Can you imagine Blabs serving everybody peanuts or granola
I'm
bars?
an air flight attendant. You don't want it, you're gonna have it anyway. Throw peanuts at them.
All right, I saw this, and I got to be honest, this harkened back to the days of like medieval times for this. I think the video itself should just be watched, and you'll be able to pick out what's happening in this video here. Check this out. This is a man and a wife.
Feel free. He's a cheater. 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 Look at the cheater. Turn around for your fans. He had a 2-year affair while I had his second baby. We intentionally had a second baby, and he was having an affair the whole time. Feel free.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Good for her, man.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah, it very, very much feels like the shame with the bell, right?
Yeah.
So
Put
the
an
guy's
A on
doing
his
that.
chest.
The guy's doing that so she forgives him. That's
I
probably
actually,
what it is.
yeah, I actually have quite a few thoughts. But before I get to my thoughts, Cody, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. If it was me, I'd have just left.
Look for other girls with nipple rings out there.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I don't need that butter golem. Look, no, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you need to work through something, you need to work through something behind closed doors and keep between y'all two. That's the only way you can really build.
Yeah, sorry.
build a repertoire and I don't know. I don't know if it needs to be like overtly public and ridiculous, but hey, man, whatever works for him, I guess.
Yeah,
I
no,
have
I
to
think it's
say,
all wrong. No,
my
go ahead, Blab.
Megatron on Rumble says, "What the fuck? What a bitch!" It's like you're siding with the dude on this. Like, he
No, I
cheated
think
to you.
it's all wrong. I think it's all wrong.
Yeah.
So,
No,
like,
no, not you,
why?
Megatron.
Why is she like? They probably have an arrangement. Like, do that, and I won't divorce you.
Right.
That's probably what it is. That is stupid. That sort of arrangement is so stupid. It's like, either you forgive a person or you don't. I wouldn't forgive him if I was the girl. And if I was the guy, I wouldn't accept that either.
Right.
So I think it's all wrong.
I'll say this: he must really want to save the relationship if he's willing to do this. If he's willing to go out and by the way, this is not like it's inside a mall. There's not a whole lot of people there, you know. But he's going to take his 15, 20 minutes of shame, and you know, then hopefully they'll move on. But here's the reality of it: she's never going to move on from this. We all know that, right? Like, this is a Band-Aid to a fucking stab wound here at this point. You know, she's never going to move past this. And that's the craziest thing about this. And you know what? He won't either. So
imagine this kid in 10, 20 years seeing this footage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, once you make something transactional, it'll always be transactional. So if there's anything she ever wants for the rest of their relationship, she can just be like, well, remember that time you did this thing and you agreed to do this thing, so now you have to agree to do this thing forever, right?
Blabs, would you ever do this to a man?
Well, first of all, I would never get cheated on. But second of all, straight up,
That's very presumptuous of you.
Because listen, I'm really picky. So
I mean,
anyway,
for 2 years.
Yeah. Like I would figure that one out too. I feel like how daft can you be for 2 years? You haven't figured that out. But no, I wouldn't even bother with this, to be completely honest. I would just dump his ass and never see him again. I don't even know if I would allow the child to see him. I don't know. That one's like hit or miss, but yeah.
I'm the same way, where like with me, if anyone, like if a girlfriend or obviously my wife was ever to cheat, be like I'm fucking cold blooded when it comes to that shit. I have no sympathy. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's pretty fucked up. And it's crazy, man. Like, you see all this shit online and people like this, like I on one way, I kind of commend the guy for wanting to save the relationship. Because obviously they brought a kid into the world together. And that's probably the most fucked up thing about it, is he's out there screwing around with this other girl while he has this kid, you know, with this woman. But it's interesting to kind of see the shame bell come back, you know, shame.
And also, man, divorces in the current day are fucking brutal to men.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Cody, you've gone on record in saying that you don't want to live past what, 50? Is that yeah? And like you're just like, hey. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my heart out.
Yeah. No matter what, huh?
Yeah, dude. Like, why would you want to do any more after that? Everything hurts. You're old. Everybody hates you. No.
This is new to you, Blabs?
No, it's not new to me. But, like, what's new to me is Cody posting on his Twitter, like, months ago about his daughter. Like, you have a daughter and you're saying, it's fine, I'm going to die at 50?
She'll be grown. She'll be fine.
Damn, bro, that's cold.
Imagine like if you're 50, then you off yourself, and like the next week they invent the technology to freeze
rejuvenate
your brain or something.
Make you 20 again. Oh damn, I missed out.
You won't know though.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be all right.
What if you get really good at racing at 49?
Oh, I'll be Yeah, you can't race at that level past like 45ish. Unfortunately,
the cataract get in the way or something.
No, it's just your
reflexes.
Yeah, probably. Young people are just they're faster. It's just there's nothing you can do about it, man.
Oh my god, that's great. All right, let's go and move on. That's great. Sorry you want to kill yourself. That's tough, man. Well, Cody, hey, listen, just give us all a heads up.
Yeah, give us a heads up. Give us a chance to talk you out of it.
Yeah,
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you given any thoughts on like?
We can bribe you.
Yeah, like we don't want this to happen, Cody.
Oh, I thought you meant thoughts on how to do it. Oh yeah, I have plenty of thoughts on how to do it. But no, yeah, no. I mean,
you've actually thought about that.
Everybody's got a price. What you talking? Yeah. Well, you don't think about that stuff sometimes.
No,
You lay in bed sometimes, Craig, and you're like, you know what? This is what I do.
no.
Like, I imagine myself dying on a Leonidas style, like defending my family or something, but not me myself doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes, it's not like you're not in a weird mood. You're just like, what would I do? Jump into the Grand Canyon.
We need to get you a wife. We gotta get you a wife.
She needs to have like nipple rings and all that.
It's not that serious. No, it's innocent. You've never thought, like Craig, sitting at night, you're like, man, if I could kill somebody, this is what I'd do. I'd steal a car, I'd drive.
Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely yes.
Exactly same thing, except the opposite direction.
No, the opposite. No, the opposite.
I wonder what would hurt.
I plan about killing people all the time, but myself
In Pal World.
never in
Right,
Minecraft. But
think about a lot of stuff.
Craig, don't look at me like that. You thought of it.
No.
Craig does it. No, Craig, you can't tell me you haven't thought about getting on the bus and like with a different ID and stealing a knife from a restaurant and then just stabbing a random dude at a 7-Eleven in the middle of nowhere and then hopping out of there, because most crimes, like 98% of them, are done out of passion of people they know. You totally get away with it, Craig. That it's just like things. You ever watch Dexter? Like you did watch the first 4 seasons of Dexter. Excellent. You start thinking, you know what?
No, I think about that sometimes while I watch CSI.
Yeah.
When I watch old school CSI, I see all the methods and the forensic science and stuff, and I think, how could I get around that if I need to one day?
You ever see that? It's like they found a pubic hair on their forehead.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to shave myself completely.
Yeah, dude, I thought of this. Yes.
Bathing in alcohol or something.
Yeah, dude. And like I thought to myself, every time they find the ball hair, I'm over here eating my Doritos, and I'm like, rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I think about it. The Blabs thinks about it. Look at her face.
What the hell is she talking about?
What?
Hey, man, it's normal.
Kill Caustic is right. Says, what has this show become? I don't even know what. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Wow. Anyone else got anything before we close that segment? Okay, well, let's move on. Hey, Kalichi says, happy 500th episode today, Craig. And Blabs. Thank you. Fluffy came in and says, congrats on episode 500. By the way, who needs Playboy when you have OnlyFans? I guess Penthouse and PH. I don't know what is PH. Penthouse and IG. Besides, those articles will be free on Reddit the following day.
My man over here saying is PH Penthouse.
Is that what it is?
No, it's Pornhub.
Oh,
no.
Pornhub.
No, it might be Penthouse actually when I'm thinking about it. But no, yeah, dude. The funniest thing, completely off topic, when
Oh, now we're going off topic. Okay,
yeah.
When
Trump was elected and Elon and him were kind of teaming up, and every subreddit was saying they were banning links to X. I'll never forget. I went to my favorite, little people, subreddit, and the first post is like, we're banning links from X. We're doing our part. I'm like, what do you mean you're doing your part? You are a porn subreddit. You are not changing lives here. They're like, we're doing our part for the morality of the issue.
Yeah. We're ethical porn.
Yeah, right.
Brown eye, literally right below this post. What are you talking about? Who's really leading the moral train here?
Oh my God. I freaking love it. Love everything about that. The morality of the porn people. It's great.
Yeah, they're always doing that. They're always like, we
honorable
have to think
porn.
about these people. It's like when all those OnlyFans creators were like, we're doing a tribute charity like BG, which is boy girl like porn. We're doing a charity BG for victims in Ukraine, and it's like got them with their tits out and there's a flag over it. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, that's outstanding.
What the hell?
Ruins the mood, man.
Yeah, you can do so many things, and you're like, watch me get smashed in honor of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine being that Ukraine soldier. You're 72 years old because that's who they got in there, and you're sitting in your base. You hear the bombs outside, and you're scrolling, and you see oh Yolanda, and she's like doing a tribute BG charity on my OnlyFans with Montez, And you're like, what? And then you're like, well, thank God for that. At least there's that. I'm going to go click and buy that right now. And you're just hearing the bombs outside.
I just love the idea of a charity BG for Ukraine. like
I'm not joking, dude. There was hundreds of those. There was hundreds of those on OnlyFans.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Wow.
every single OnlyFans creator was like, I support Ukraine. And like, I'm not saying like don't support or do support Ukraine. I'm just saying that is the most craziest way that I've ever seen anybody try to get some money. Because you know,
The guy
like,
getting
OnlyFans creators-
imagine the guy getting the BGs like, hey, I'm getting a blowjob and I'm doing something good.
Or is it just like
And it's for a good
This one's for
cause.
Ukraine.
is
Yeah.
this the
Silver
girl?
lining.
Is the
Silver
woman
lining.
like, I'm gonna get blasted in the face so they don't get blasted in the face? Is that the idea?
No, that's the sad part is they're still getting blasted in the face, man. That's like the sad part. You know, they're like in their, you know, suite in like LA, and like, I'm doing this for the disproportionate amount of violence being done against these people by my OnlyFans. I'm like, oh,
Oh my God!
the
Listen,
gall,
There you
gall,
go.
Craig.
I know. Look at
Audacity.
Tell you what, this whelp, I'm out. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh my God. Hey, Patty says this is why you're the #1 podcast. You're goddamn right. By the way, I didn't upload Spotify yesterday. Shit. We'll get on to that later. Thank you very much, Patty. Appreciate that, or Potty. All right. Now, Marveling came in and says, I'm learning so much. Tell me about what you do when plotting some recreation time. There you go, Marveling.
Your girl comes in the room. She like turns on the light. You're just laying in your bed with no covers on. She's like, "What are you doing, babe?" You're like, "I'm plotting."
Plotting.
Just
laying.
plotting.
Luigi came in and says, hey, congrats on 500 episode, both of you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Joey says, I feel like some people need to confess a few things.
Look at Joey's profile picture. He's so serious.
Yeah.
Look how serious he is.
Do you need to confess something? Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's what it looks like he's saying that shit.
Yeah.
Winterfell came in. Says, happy 500, don't we, Blabs? What I bought the Fox Sports Network just to watch Cody race. Cheers to another year in three books.
He spent all that money just to watch me hit the wall immediately.
That's so sad.
Dude, I hit it faster than that Star Wars girl. That's how fast I hit that wall.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude.
That's rough.
Wait, what? Did you what?
I don't even know what
she just had a baby.
Oh, in that sense, I was like, what?
She's post wall now. It's over.
Delta came in with the 5 to direct donation style. Said, I can't wait for you to have Morgan and Morgan ad read. I have no idea why that's a thing, but they're more common than Raid Shadow Legends ads nowadays. I don't know what Morgan and Morgan is, but I'll look into it, see if we can get a sponsor there. You know, somebody who doesn't need sponsors, Mr. Beast. Have you seen the supposed leaked revenue?
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine?
All right. If you're like, now look, he has tons and tons of employees, cost tons and tons of money.
Wait. I'm sorry. You have to do this right.
Sorry.
I love this.
Now you can go.
Okay, thank you. All right. So apparently his revenue for 1 month leaked. Actually, not even a month, 28 days. Dan, have you seen the Mr. Beast revenue?
No, I haven't. That's the overall business income that he gets in 1 month.
Just from his YouTube channel.
This is from the Mr. Beast YouTube channel. Nothing else. Nothing else. Yes, just selling ads on his channel. Dan Vask, Let's Play Price is Right. How much do you think Mr. Beast made?
Holy fuck! No fucking idea.
Let me give you. Hold on, but let me give you a. He did.
Give me some guidance.
2.688 billion views this month. Gained 18 million subscribers. Okay. 2.688 billion views. Now keep that in mind. The 0.688 is still 688 million views. Right? So just keep that in mind. So Dan Vask, any thoughts?
Do we get to 7-figure territory?
Oh yeah.
Keep going.
Oof. 8-figure?
Not 8-figure.
Okay, 7 figures.
Mm-hmm. You got one guess, Dan.
I'm gonna go with 3 million.
3 million?
Close.
Close. $4.2 million right here.
Yikes.
And keep in mind, this is something for like the audience that doesn't really do YouTube or maybe doesn't really do content creation for a job.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Beast is making 100 times that off of sponsors.
Oh yeah, this is just AdSense.
This is just AdSense. Yeah, if he has a membership program or he has anything on his own website, bro, I mean, he's making easily $100 million a month minimum.
So something to keep in mind is that he has more than just his primary channels. He has this as well. These are all the channels. We looked at this previously that he has. Mr. Beast Philanthropy, Mr. Beast Gaming, Mr. Beast Reacts, Beast 2. And then he has these other secret channels that are inactive. Then he has Instagram. Then he has X. Then he's got TikTok. That 4 million is, and by the way, then he goes into Spanish and he puts it in Portuguese and Russian.
Portuguese, yeah. And he's doing stuff with Amazon as well.
What's going on? Look at
He's
Mr.
like
Beast.
a monopoly.
Well, I want to say he's monopoly, but he's
it's an empire.
Yeah, it is absolutely an empire. He's done some insane things. So if you look at just the 4.2, he's probably all in, 4.2 if he has these other channels, and the other channels don't add up to the primary Mr. Beast channel. I would say all in, not including Feastables, not including his other initiatives, he's probably generating between like $6 and $8 million a month. And then when you multiply that times 12, you're looking at, not including Feastables, you're looking at $100 million company, which if he was to sell Mr. Beast would be worth what? $1 billion? $2 billion?
Because everything else, like you mentioned, Feastables and stuff would be attached to that.
Yeah.
And it would be unfathomable. I mean, it would be billions. It'd be because the potential, they're buying the potential, not just the liquid worth of it right there. They're buying the potential.
Right.
Company takes over Mr. Beast, retains the name, because keep in mind, name recognition means everything in marketing. Retains the name and just keeps Mr. Beast on as a sometimes employee. That it's worth $10 billion to buy.
Really? Think 10 billion?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. You think they bought Star Wars because Star Wars' current money existed? No, they bought Star Wars because they thought they were going to have future billions, and they did not.
They did not. Yeah, that's true.
But they paid out the ad. They have they even broke even? I don't even think they broke even yet on that.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they made at least they buy for $4.5 billion or something like that. They've definitely generated $4.5 billion from it for sure. But not including, when you look at now, have they generated $4.5 billion in profit? I don't know. That's because they're investing in all that stuff. But it's crazy to think about.
That AdSense money that shows on your YouTube Studio analytics, which was what we saw here, is before YouTube's cut, correct?
No, that's after YouTube.
That's after? Okay, so we can do the math. The YouTube's cut is 30%?
Yep.
So how do we find out what's YouTube's cut?
Well, you put that in and you say, then you add 30% on top of that. So
I was just trying to put into perspective how much money YouTube makes out of this guy.
Yeah, well over $1 million a month. Just from that new channel.
Yeah, so it helps you put into perspective how much this guy is valuable to YouTube, and I don't have any degree of doubt that YouTube would be willing to ban certain things in favor of him.
Well, they would never.
Algorithmically speaking and otherwise.
Yeah, there's no way ever they would ban him for sure. I mean, he could be like, I'm going to kill a guy for $1 million. And, be like, oh, what great content. All right. Gear came in and says, Montez chat. Nobody wants a Japanese game developed by some French dummy. Look forward to the Shawa Americana story game later this year, or something like Tokyo Extreme Racer 2025. Thank you, Gear. We're going to get into Ubisoft here in about 35 seconds. Dizzy Dare says, got here late. I have the same kind of thoughts, black shirt guy. and Minesweeper, of course. That's Cody. That's Camelot 331. You should go find his channel. Subscribe to him. Blabs, please put guest names under their video. Otherwise, they'll be color shirt guy or gal.
Sure in the description below.
Yeah. And we also have, we can do this wonderful thing right there and put everybody's name up. We'll do that as soon as this gets popped down. Thank you, Dizzy. Now look at that. There's Camelot right there for you.
Oh, I'm Stu Chair Vask.
Oh, yeah, Chair Vask.
Why are you Chair?
Because we did a stupid joke all those streams ago on Tuesday Night Main Event, and I forgot to edit. Okay. Dan Vask. There you go.
You guys are watching live. Dan Vask change his name right now. There you go.
From Chair Vask to Dan Vask.
Luffy says that when Mr. B smiles, I feel like he unalived someone. Thank you for that, Luffy. A lady of Iroll says, Dan, I don't have nipple rings, but if you marry me, I can fast track your visa because I'm in the Texas National Guard. Look at that.
Hey, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I don't think my girlfriend will appreciate that, but I'll think about it.
Well, you do what you got to do, Dan. Yeah. Maverick Marty says, wow, this episode's so far for me. Thanks for keeping this humble Amazon driver entertained on the job, y'all. Can't wait to get home and unwind with Doom. Thank you very much, Maverick Marty. Appreciate that, my dude. Joey says, even when I'm joking, I'm serious.
Look, you always have to read his super chats like that. Always.
Even with his face.
Even when I'm joking, I'm serious.
Winterfell says, I'm bringing this membership to full term. That's right. 9 months right there. Thank you so much, Winterfell. And Corona Soul came in with the 10 for Montez. Oh, boy, we did hit our goal before we got to our final story, which is great. Blabs, you get to pick. Who gets to pick today? Dan or Cody? Well, no, I'm going to pick. Cody does, because he nearly died. So there we go.
Yeah, perks.
You get to pick.
I never almost died.
Okay, we have 5 different destinations for Montez currently. They include the Mushroom Kingdom from Super Mario Brothers, Dustborn, the Moon, Street Fighter 2, or Mortal Kombat. Where would you like to see Montez go today?
Oh, Mortal Kombat all day.
Round 1. Fight.
Bitch! Montez!
Fatality.
Montez!
There you go.
That was beautiful. I'm so glad I chose that one.
Montez!
Now you understand the greatness that is. The greatness that is
Oh
Montez.
my God.
That's right. Well, we'll set one more goal just for fun and see if we can hit that in our limited time together. Montez round 2 coming right up. Let's see. All right. We'll see if we can hit that. Start the goal. We'll do 10 for that. And maybe we can expose Camelot to possibly the Street Fighter version of Montez or maybe the Dustborn or whatever. So, all right. Let's move on, shall we? Okay. We talked about Mr. Beast. Let's talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's talk about specifically with Ubisoft. Now, this has been an ongoing saga for a long time. And there was a clip about 2 weeks ago of gameplay from this game where they were going around and they're in a shrine and they're destroying all the stuff inside the shrine. This was like an early version of the game, and it's just some dude jerking off and just destroying stuff. It's like,
the Japanese must have loved that.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because they do not. The shrine that appears in the Assassin's Creed Shadows game is considering legal action against Ubisoft in cooperation with the Association of Shinto Shrines. And they've actually checked with them. It says regarding the shrine destruction in Assassin's Creed, it has been confirmed that that not only the Shooting Shield Hinshi Shrine, but also the Association of Shinto Shrines is involved in responding. So this could, as I said, become an international issue here.
That's amazing.
It's
mind-blowing. Would they have taken this route if they didn't feel so wronged already? So here's the issue: is this precedent was already set where they're like, we don't care what you think as Japanese people. That's kind of what's been the narrative this entire. We don't care what you think. You can eat our ass.
That's right.
So now they're looking for any reason to go after them, and
yes,
they're going to find them, and they're going to utilize those because Japanese people. There's a reason why it's like 99% what is it? What's the word? Homogeneous?
Yeah, right. They're all Japanese people. Yeah.
There's a reason, and it's because they take their culture very, very seriously. And a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people with like blue hair and they're 13 years old, they're like, I just love Japanese culture. It's just so great. I wish America was like that. It's like, well, there's a reason for that. There's a reason why their culture is so perfectly preserved, and it's because they don't like people coming and stomping on it. So that's the issue, is when people come and stomp on it, they're going to fight back, and they have since the beginning of time, right? So that's what's going on. If they wouldn't have done if they would have just made a Japanese damn game like they were, I guess, setting out to do and paid respects to it, it'd have been all right. But they didn't.
Dan, you got anything on this? Do you think there's an actual ability to sue Ubisoft for this? I mean, it's a video game after all. It's art, right? That's the argument.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's relevant if they can or cannot, but the fact that they want to, it's fascinating.
Right.
Because it's also crazy that this game's turning out to be such a PR disaster to Ubisoft, because they absolutely need that to be good. They need that to be a financial success, because they're in bad shape. This year was rough on them, this past year.
Oh, it's been a very bad year, and I'm glad you brought that up, because when you look at their stock over the last year, it is horrendous. I'm going to pull that up right now. You can see the stock price 1 year ago was up near 25. It had a little dip, dropped off a cliff, kind of recovered a little bit. But yeah, it's down 53% over the last year, over the last 12 months.
They need this game to do good.
Over the last 5 years, down 84%. Like that's the most mind-blowing thing of all. And during the COVID era, is it trading at $84? Could you imagine somebody buying at $84 and being like, "We're going to the moon, kids"?
Do you think there's a conflict of interest? So do you think that there's people on the board, executives at Ubisoft, that are getting kickbacks from government grants, from whichever governments have you? They're getting kickbacks from these grants and pocketing them and intentionally, flushing the company down the toilet, but they're still making their money, so they don't really mind. But on the public side of it, we're seeing the company drop off, and it's like, why are they intentionally destroying this company? There has to be something going on. My theory is, especially with the audits from Doge, is I think a lot of these companies are getting kickbacks from different government programs, maybe different governments all over the world, to do whatever the governments are asking them to do in these video games. And the executives are making money off it, so they don't really care. Like their job title is no longer to serve the shareholder. That's very obvious. They're serving themselves, and I feel like that's what's going on. That's why almost every single video game company, just all at the same time, started doing the same weird shit, almost as if there was money being spit around to all these executives. It's because apparently they're not caring about the shareholders anymore. So they're caring about something, but it's not the shareholders. So what is it? And that's my theory. I mean, you saw there was like $280,000 that went through Sweet Baby Inc. that was uncovered in the audits. So there's something going on here, and I think we're going to learn about it a little bit more as time goes on.
So so the audits you're talking about with USAID, just so everyone's on the same page. The irony here, Cody, and I don't know if you saw the second half of that story, was that Sweet Baby Inc. that got money was actually not the Sweet Baby Inc. in Canada that we all think of. It was actually a separate company in California that was not the Sweet Baby Inc. Like, what are the odds, right?
That's very interesting.
Extremely interesting.
Oh, really?
But I'll say this. If they are receiving money from other countries to do their bidding or whatever, Japan needs to pay more.
Yeah.
they need to throw out some more money for sure. So, but I'll say this. This is actually very, very exciting. We saw this news break today. I don't know if you guys saw. There's actually an alternative to Assassin's Creed Shadows that is being developed by an indie developer called the History Accurate Developers. Have you guys seen Yasuke Simulator?
I have not.
No,
Okay.
but I already love the name of this company.
That's right.
I've already wish listed it.
This is truly spectacular. This is it over on Steam. It says, step into 1597 or 1579 as Yasuke, the African samurai, and join Oda Nobunaga in his quest to unite Japan, master precise katana combat, uncover secret gear, and unleash your ancestral power in this historically inspired, action-packed journey through feudal Japan.
All right, guys, you ready for the trailer?
Oda Nobunaga.
So here we go. Let's check this out.
I am Daimyo. You shall be my samurai, Yasuke. You will help me unify Japan. Go now to the streets. Fight your way up to Takatenjin Castle, controlled by the Takeda clan.
Foreigner.
Foreigner!
Hell yeah!
This is really accurate.
Historically accurate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I wish listed this when I found it this
Bro,
morning.
I thought for a moment this was serious, and then I saw the graphics and I was like,
I mean,
then-
pretty spectacular. Yeah.
The best thing about this, though, is it's releasing March 20th, the same day Assassin's Creed is
this
being
is very
released.
smart. It's a
It's
nice
genius.
move. Yeah.
Yes. I appreciate that their description. Step into 1597, and they have a picture of
1579.
whatever it is, a long time ago, and they got this guy busting a cap with his guns over here. This will be the next big hit for sure.
I will definitely be playing this.
Oh, that's outstanding. At least we can all poke fun at this nonsense. It's great, man. Outstanding stuff. Goddamn, that was silly. We have a couple super chats real fast. We have this from Corona Soul says, "I'll throw in a little extra today. Extra at you today. Since you hit 500, you'll have to pay more for an XL lift." Thank you, Corona Soul. Appreciate that. Jerry came in, says, "Happy 500. Thank you very much." Skolgar Thane says, "Just to show the uselessness of cultural sensitivity consultants, if Ubisoft even had one for this, Montez with the Japan flag slamming the Ubi logo would be hilarious." Let's go. There's so many ways, so many things we can do with Montez. Dizzy Dare says, "I mainly listen during work, but I'm off today. Montez!" And I agree with Camelot on everything.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice. Key Rock. Well, Blabs, I'll let you read this one.
Shoot, come, not bullets.
Adorable.
Ooh, gross. Gear says, Ubisoft be like, what the fuck you want? Scrapping it after 3+ years? They're so hot-headed that the Japanese people are gatekeeping for great reasons. Yes. Rary Berry says, "It's like boarding the windows while in the sinking ship." Oh, you're talking about that plane? Yes, the plane for sure was scary as shit. All right, awesome. Let's see. Do we have any other stories we need to hit here, Labs, today?
No, we can save some for tomorrow, I think.
We got a lot to hit tomorrow. All right, let's go with rapid fire these super chats. But before we do, let's allow our guests the opportunity to bounce if you like. Cody and Dan, if you guys want to bounce a little, you can. If you want to stick, you're more than welcome to.
I can hang out.
Okay, sounds good, Dan. All right, great. Let's rapid fire, Blabs. What do we got?
I'm muted. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Phone up. Hello. Rudy says, "Happy 500. My favorite show." I have this already. Why doesn't StreamYard's clear for me?
Gotta be
All
Barrett.
right. Okay. B. Barrett says, "Strider's great. I want a download code for that game from Screw Attack." Thank you very much. Mr. T says, "Cody finished 7th in the series his first year. Out of half these haters talking having driven over 75 miles per hour. They are just mad they can't be as gay as him. LOL. Keep having fun, man."
And Martino's. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
MP Pause says, "Howdy, Craig, friendo. I tagged you a cool USF4 match in Discord if you want to go see X Pugera Ibuki versus Luffy Rose."
I just want to hear you say all these Japanese names from video games. Great.
Thanks. Okay. Marlon says, "Good little trip. Comcast does throttling based on your usage, even if you're unlimited subscriber. VPNs can circumvent that." Thank you very much.
There you go. Thanks, Marmalin.
Miku says, "Don't be picky. I'd kill for no denture adventure."
Oh my god.
Is that talking about gum jobs?
No, they're talking.
Yes.
No denture
Yes,
adventure.
Blabs. Yes, Blabs. They're talking about gumdrops.
Gum jobs, I said.
Oh, gum jobs. Yes.
You ain't
Cody
lived.
I get it
understood.
now.
You ain't lived unless you got it.
Cody, you're weird.
Dan has
man.
this opportunity, like in mass. By the
Who
way.
does?
Dan.
Dan?
Getting a blowjob from a teethless person?
Yes. The old
Wait,
women.
Craig, did you not know what a
You got
gum
so
job
many old
was?
women. They're coming after your ass. Spit them dentures out, baby.
I thought you said a gumdrop, Blab.
No, I kept saying gum job. Anyway.
This has been a wild ass fucking show today. I'll tell you that much. It's been a crazy ass show. These boys are next level.
Jerry says, as I stand on the stage and sing, the roar of the crowd in my ears ring. Now excitement flies high as entertaining goes by. Hail Dan Vask by a musician.
Hail Jerry. Jerry's always on my streams. I appreciate Jerry.
Let's go, Jerry.
Turd for 5. Cody, what was the last movie you watched that didn't contain the word backdoor and number higher than 5?
I've been watching the show Landman. I just finished first season. Great show. A lot of numbers.
Landman backdoor number 5.
Did we get this one from Commodore Fan? I think we did.
Yeah. Oh, that is. We're at Master Gawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As a kid, I had a Playboy sub I put under my dad's name. I happily checked the mail as soon as I got home from school. Shark
Wow.
Maze was the bunny I desired.
Wow.
Savvy kid. But this is also the man who posts his girlfriend's nude on, like, Tumblr, right? So, like...
That's right.
Nothing surprises me about this one.
Cam and Dan are like, I'm sorry, what's your Tumblr? What is it?
For science.
Swiss Cheese Dave says, you should check out The Water Babies, classic Disney that also has a blend of animated and live action.
I don't want to hear anything about a water baby blending.
Oof.
Anyway, Mike says, imagine Pilot Craig trying to read runway signals. What's that say? I can't tell.
Shut up. By the way, we are at four more yellows. We 4 of 10, so we're 6 yellows away from another Montez slam here for Dan and Cody here. So maybe, if things go crazy, maybe we can get there and see Montez do another crazy thing here.
James says, took her 2 years to have a second baby.
that is the one thing I didn't quite understand about that.
Well, maybe they were waiting, right? Like age difference for the kids.
I was pregnant for 2 years and he was cheating on me.
That's right.
Bentley says, if Blabs was my pilot, I would have thought that Fran Drescher had taken over the plane. Mr. Sheffield! Could totally do it. That behavior right there, that's the reason you had the affair. Are you blaming the woman for the man cheating? I'm sorry, there's never a cause for cheating. You just leave. Just leave.
I will say, Bloobs, when I heard her start shouting and yelling, I was like, that's why.
Nah, you just leave. You don't do that to someone else. You just leave.
That's why.
No. Luigi says, who reads Playboy mags? We all know what the main feature of these magazines are. Also, Greg may seem to be nice, but backstabbed his BFF. Not you. He's talking about Greg Miller.
Okay, I'm sorry. Usually, listen, there are people who say that I do this. I did the same thing to my. Blabs, I don't know if you know this. Back in the Screw Attack days, I had to fire my best friend. Legitimately, I had to fire my best friend at Screw Attack because he didn't want to work. And it's like, yeah, well, if you don't want to work, then you don't get paid. And so
are you still friends?
No, I haven't talked to him in 18 years. So he took it extremely personal. So yes, it was one of those things where I had to fire my friend. As people, like some people from back then, look, I would have been labeled a horrible person for that, and if Twitter was around when that happened. But no regrets. Had it not happened, it wouldn't have lasted another 3 months. So it is what it is.
Thanks for that riveting tale. Gear says, Viva la Montez! I laughed so hard when I watched the Yasuke Simulator trailer, just as I watched the Cheaters Cheetah video trailer, just to sum up the state of Counter-Strike 2. Thank you, Gear.
All right, Gear.
Wolf says, how is Cody out weirding Alex? We should put them in the room together. I'm just saying, be great.
Oh my God.
Orthodox Monk says, pervert scrollers. Bushy says, just jumped on the episode. What I can't get over is Disney Marvel declares war on Japan. My second home, I'm a weeb, not Japanese, in Captain form. My katana drawn to defend my waifus and curry ramen. Hiya! Tell him. Master Gawa says the USA's biggest export is the LGBTQIA plus agenda. It's no coincidence that U.S. aid was spent on journalism against Gamergate. The U.S. government is ruining games. Yeah?
That's crazy.
And Dizzy says, water baby blending Craig. Water babies blended.
Gross, man.
What?
Gross.
What's a water baby?
I don't know. I don't want to even hear about it.
Hang on.
Nothing.
Define water baby. Can refer to a child who loves water, a spirit in Native American folklore, or a term for miscarried or aborted fetuses in Japan.
Oh my god.
So you put that into a blender?
Yeah, the fetus, I guess.
What do you do with it?
What do you mean? What do you do with it?
It's stem cells. You drink it and you become stronger.
Drink it. You make vitamins.
There's a South Park
Anyway,
episode
move
about
on.
this.
I wish I'd never looked this up. I would have just preferred it was a child water of the spirits from Native America. It's just me now. Listen, I regret looking that up. I'm sorry. Apologies to the chat. Anyway, hi, Craig.
I don't want to do this
Hi,
show
Dan.
anymore. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Thank you again for your support. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. We got some big news coming here in not this Monday, but the following Monday, March 3rd. We're going to be kicking off our third year of fun. We got a bunch of things we're working on behind the scenes. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com and get ahead of all the rush of all the things we got going on over there. Blabs is posting new things every day, or almost every day. Seems like every day over there, right? Blabs, do you have anything over there right now?
We have a post from this morning, and there's a couple things scheduled up, but I won't tease anything. You have to go over there and look. That's right.
All right. Head over there. Make a free account if you want to support. We'd greatly appreciate that. With that said, have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys go check out Camelot's channel down there. Obviously, Dan Vast's channel down below. You can find their links down in the description. And of course, make sure you check out today's sponsor. Would really appreciate it if you guys did. You guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time when we're back at it again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, Tom.